Let's take a look around the housing markets this weekend. And across the country, there'll be some 1,632 auctions. In Sydney, 526 auctions and another 120 around the state. It'll be interesting to see just how they go. In Victoria, 433 auctions, another 29 around the rest of the state. Brisbane, 158 auctions and an extra 129 outside of the capital city. Adelaide, 133 auctions, and Canberra will have some 67 auctions. Now, usually when we look at the most viewed properties going to auction, typically they're properties priced way above $1 million, often much, much more. This week, though, there seems to have been a dramatic shift in what people are looking at. Now, our producer, Philip Stempian, does this for us, and what he spotted is that almost all of the homes viewed this week are fixer-uppers, renovators' delights, if you will. Take number 12, Henry Street in Geelong, that Victoria, of course, priced between $800,000 and $820,000. And look, the first sentence in the description of this home is, "This grand old home needs work." It's got 3 bathrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 garage space on 421 square metres of land. The backyard, as you can see, is an absolute jungle, by the way. But that's one. Second one, 43 Kestrel Way, Modbury Heights in South Australia. It has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 654 square metres. Less work to be done here necessarily, but again, another fixer-upper. 103 Morris Road in Upwey in Victoria, another builder's dream. An attractive price guide between $590,000 and $650,000. Bit of work to be done here. There's Unit 1, number 73 St Helens Road in Hawthorn, also in Victoria. The highest price guide this week between $850,000 and $935,000. But it's just a little change in the trend, if you like. Last on the list, 18 Coolabah Grove, Berwick in Victoria. And, well, you know, the property's in poor condition. And if the listing doesn't have any photos of the inside of the house, that's because, as it says, it's perfect for a full renovation or knockdown rebuild. And it's got a price guide between $550,000 and $600,000. But the top listing this week is at the complete opposite end of the scale. Have a look at this behemoth. This is 89 Grange Road in Toorak, Victoria. 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 5 garage spaces on 676 square metres of land. The draw cards are breathtaking views of the Melbourne CBD. The Grigio or solar marble that flows throughout. The architectural design was even featured in Vogue and Design magazines. The property also features a rooftop entertaining terrace, infinity swimming pool, wine cellar, gym, and a lift servicing all these areas. But it does come with a price. This is no doer-upper. The guide, $15 million to $16.5 million. And as I say, there'll be no fixing up at that price whatsoever. But let's now go to Anne Flaherty, economist with RBA Group. And I just want to go to this. Looking at those most viewed properties, I just wonder if that's a sign that the surprise interest rate rise this week is perhaps starting to change the behaviour of would-be buyers.
Oh, I think that's hard to say, but fixer-uppers always are appealing, you know, whether it be because someone wants to purchase at a bit of a discount or perhaps someone, you know, really wants to put their own spin and stamp on a property. We tend to see quite strong demand for fixer-uppers.
So in that regard also, just go to the rate rise this week, more than expected. Now, clearly, eventually, this is going to also change affordability. So that's an absolute key as to what can be afforded by the buyers.
Oh, absolutely. We know that all else equal, higher interest rates mean that the cost to borrow is more expensive, which makes it harder for people. So we would anticipate that, you know, if the RBA continues to increase quite rapidly, that's going to push downwards pressure on prices.
So then you've also got the implications of, you know, the cooling pressures emerging out there as well. Because what's quite clear is when we started to even see the auction clearance rates, it's changing as well. So buyers and sellers aren't quite aligned at this stage.
Well, what we saw last year was the 3rd highest episode of price growth in Australia's history. Now, we're certainly coming back from that. Even on realestate.com.au, we've seen a bit of a decline in the number of people actually searching. So that is a sign that the market is cooling.
And so then more interest rate rises. Do you anticipate that could see this market cool even more on top of that? That's what the banks are saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, no one thinks that the RBA has finished raising interest rates yet, so they're likely to go further, and that will continue to place pressure on buyers.
I'll tell you what, Anne Flaherty from RBA Group, always good to chat. Many thanks for your time. Have a great weekend.